All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome to the Jen's on the Reel. And today we have some special guests.
Wait, hold on. Before we get to that,
That's right.
You got to subscribe, people.
Seriously, if you're listening this far in, which is like just a couple seconds, and you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe now.
Hit that button. Subscribe, like.
And share. As I said, we have some special guests today, and today's going to be a really exciting show. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have a little bit of a rivalry situation going on. We have a mortgage side, and we have a title side, and a bit of a real estate side. So we're going to go at it with each other. Jen, do you want to introduce?
There's going to be ting, ting, ting. I should have brought one of those ting, ting, ting things. The bell, ping.
Unhinged and exposed, guys. Just let it all out. I have Lissette with me from PRMG. She's one of my strongest colleagues. And
I have Meyling Montelongo-Navarte, Espinosa, no sé qué cosa, from New World Title.
So many
I don't even say Lissette's last name because it's so complicated.
Okay. It's easy. It's Sehuoerer.
Sehuoerer. Oh my God. I feel like I'm in music class where they tell you how to pronounce like the actual vowels a certain type of way.
Sehuoerer, yes.
All right, Lissette Sehuoerer, guys.
Remember that.
So today we're going to go in on each other. So, in the real estate industry, we have different facets, different parts, different parties, and we all have things to say about each other and the process. And
some are good, but some are bad.
Yeah. Disclaimer, we have been working with each other for a long time. So we have a great relationship. Yes. We understand each other. And I can vouch for each and every one of the people here that the job will be done right. Nonetheless, we have worked with other people.
As a matter of fact, though, I want to point out Lissette on the other side. I didn't think about this, but she's both title and mortgage because she was actually part of New World Title for many, many years, and then she leaped to the dark side of mortgage.
Who's the dark side?
Well, I was in the mortgage side too. I was there. I know how dark it is.
For me, it was the light side. I went from the dark to the light.
I don't know. Well, I beg to differ. We'll see.
We'll see where this takes us.
We'll see what the public says.
So each and every one of us was assigned to think about different things that we consider negative or that happened to us from the other side. So, Meyling, I'm going to start with you.
Oh, gosh. Why? Let's start there.
What's the biggest pet peeve that you have against us?
Against us? Who?
Yes.
Realtors?
Against us.
Mortgage.
Oh, that's right, 'cause
mortgage?
I represent real estate
I know.
too. I mean,
Against
if you want to
mortgage?
tackle real estate, but we'll start with mortgage.
Gosh, with mortgage, guys, it's like the lack of communication. That's like, I think my biggest pet peeve is where they expect that we know everything. So
you don't?
No, we don't. I don't have a crystal ball, guys. No. I don't know why it is that everybody thinks that title has like this magical crystal ball that we know exactly when you're going to send the clear to close. Guys, we don't get notices from clear to close.
Oh, wait. Can I jump in there?
Definitely.
This is my favorite part. When they have to close, let's say August 30th, but then they want to close July 30th. It's like, okay.
I mean,
that's
30 days.
Well, okay. So I have one lender that he loves to close 3 weeks before, 2 weeks before closing, before contract date. And so we ask him, if you guys are going to close early, let us know. All of a sudden, you don't have the estoppel? No, we're supposed to close in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
If we would wait the 2 weeks, I would have the estoppel and I would have the payoff and I would have everything ready to close. But not if I still have 2 weeks.
As much as I understand that point, and I understand why you do it, and I give you all the credit for that, but
do what?
The gathering, the estoppel, the survey, and all this stuff, we're thinking, here's the contract. Everything should be ordered within the first week.
Okay, so listen. So no. That's not how it works.
Ding, 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 ding.
The searches do get ordered the same day we get the contract. Searches get ordered. Estoppels, do you know why they don't get ordered? Because we're waiting for the seller info sheet from the realtor.
Okay, so then that's another point.
That's not a mortgage thing. That's a
realtor thing.
It's a realtor thing.
But the whole point about the mortgage is
and it's
if you're planning to close 2 weeks before closing day, you should let title know, hey, by the way, we're gonna close way before closing day. Try to get everything rush.
Okay. Well, I mean, listen, I don't know why that lender does that or why the realtor's in cahoots. Like, why would you put a contract dated for like 2 months ahead and then all of a sudden you're closing 3 weeks
I had
ahead?
one
The
the
whole
other-
process takes about 2-3 weeks anyways.
I think it's
Exactly.
just a lack of communication. Like a lot of these loan officers don't realize that, hey, we're like your best allies. Like loan officer and title have to work together. Like we have to be on the same page.
to be on the to close at the same on time.
To close on the same time. Like let us know, hey, we're gonna give you the CTC. We're expecting to give out closing disclosures or the closing instructions. And all of a sudden, we're having these clients calling us and saying, hey, I got the closing, the clear to close. Am I closing today?
I know you guys are having a lot of fun, but we have to mention our sponsors. Our sponsors for this show are the Kurz team and New World Title, and we deliver results on everything real estate.
No, and I had one the other day, no joke. They put a closing date, I swear to God, a month and a half out. Right?
wow. Okay.
And they were ready to close a month before. And then they got mad because we weren't ready. And I'm like, well, we had to wait for, first of all, I'm not going to order a payoff and an estoppel if I have to then order again next month.
I will say that as much as it might be us, the one giving the clear to close situation, it is the realtor that's in the middle. I always call the realtor the ringleader. Yeah. Because the realtor has to be in check with everything. They need to let the buyer, if the buyer is saying that they need to close sooner, they have to make arrangements to move. So the realtor knows.
Okay, but let's be serious here. The
Yeah.
realtor, you tell them I'm clear to close, they want to close now because they want to get paid.
100%.
Okay,
But
and
they
I
don't
under-
communicate with everybody else. So if they know, then it's like, okay, well, if you guys are working a clear to close right now and you spoke to the seller, because you have to also confirm with the seller
Correct.
on the timing of closing, then you should let all parties know so that, especially title, because they're the ones that you guys have to provide the documentation and get
Right,
them
we
all
have to
signed
get
and
everything
schedule
ready,
everything.
and we have to
Closing
see
and do everything.
also.
And get the closing package.
That's another thing. Lenders, if you're ready 2 weeks earlier, I have to check also with the seller. And sometimes the seller's like, "No, I'm not moving. I'm not moving until
But
2
it
weeks."
goes back to what she said, communication.
Communication.
It's all about communication. It's not, we're trying to close early. Why? Because they're pushing us. We need to get the buyer approved. We need to do this. We need to do that. So we're trying to get everything done when they're telling us to get it done. Now, title company is taking their time to order a stop or to do whatever. Communicate with the realtor, with the listing agent, or whoever it is that you need to communicate with.
Okay, but
to make sure you have
but hold
everything
on.
time.
Title's not taking their time to order a
takes
stop.
their time.
Okay, we're paper
You
chasing.
wait, hold on.
We
They
pay-
wait till the last minute
we
till
pay-
inspection
no,
cycle
no,
and
no,
the
this is-
deal is actually about to close.
No,
wait,
that is
because
not.
I have
I don't know what title companies you're dealing with.
It definitely is in our title company
we were
for sure.
waiting on what? I tell you this. I sent you an email. I copied realtors. I did this. And why haven't you ordered it? Oh, we were waiting. For what? For the light from up above to tell you to order things?
Well, I know that's not that. I know that's not us. Because
Here you go. No,
I know
this
that's
is,
not us.
No, this
I'm
is
giving you a
we-
general.
we
in
are
general.
general.
I know, no, and I know because
It's in general.
we
Yeah,
And
deal
you
with
guys
it.
deal with other title
Well,
companies.
that's what I'm saying.
too
We
sometimes.
deal with
Yeah.
it when the seller has representation, and then we're waiting for the estoppel, and then it's our fault that the other title company didn't order it
And
on
that's
time.
just a headache
I'm
on its
laughing
own.
inside because we're going off and Jen A is like, like, no, we don't do that. What? Don't put us out there.
No, and what are you saying? No, but here's another one. Survey. Okay.
Yes.
So surveys, just so people know, that title companies order that, and then the surveyor goes out there, which is not the title company's survey company. It's a completely different company, third-party company.
Yeah.
They go out there, they do the work. Guess what? 5 days before closing, denial. Hurry up and
yeah.
order the survey. Hurry up and order the survey. So we hurry up, order the survey. And guess what? That's $495
That you guys have
That
to
you have to-
to.
On the
Yes.
low
Who-
end.
Yeah.
on the low. Who
On the
pays
low
for
end,
that?
yes.
Who do you think pays for that?
Which is why I
Yeah.
understand the waiting period, because there's a lot of expenses. And right now, actually, one of our previous episodes, we discussed how our current market, it's a little crazy because buyers don't really care because it's like a buyer's market. So they're like letting contracts kind of fall apart and starting all over again with a
Yeah, they'll
different
cancel
property.
just because you sneezed wrong.
Exactly. So imagine you guys having to reset and having to order and acquire all those expenses on something that the buyer is not really fully committed on.
Yeah, so now what we're doing, because we've had a lot of expenses, is that we're writing in the emails and we highlight it in yellow sometimes when we don't get an answer. Lender, please advise when it's okay to order survey.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because once I know that the lender knows that they're approved and it's gonna close, then they give us the green light.
Yeah.
So we'll literally now it's like highlighted, lender, please advise, when should we order a survey? You don't know how many lenders then wait. Oh, wait, we're getting the clear to close tomorrow. Order the survey. Okay.
It's like people don't read. I've come to that conclusion.
No, they don't.
They don't.
Yeah, that's true. They don't read.
They don't read.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
very
guilty of
annoying.
it.
And
I was
especially
gonna
in
say
real
that, yeah.
estate. But it's real estate. I mean, you should want to read at least your emails. I don't know. I think I'm going to start doing like little emojis on my emails and very visual. Like, hey guys, I need this.
So let me tell you, it
Not a bad
doesn't
idea.
work because Vanessa started doing that.
Okay.
So
She
Vanessa
started putting emojis?
Yes, because we've had to change our status emails like 100 times because people don't read. So now, not only are there cute little emojis with the magnifying glass and everything, but it says realtors. And then it's literally listing agent, buyer's agent, lender section, buyer section.
yeah.
And they all have like cute little emojis and it's in color and they still don't read
And
it.
they still don't
They
read.
don't.
I mean, I do
They
like
don't.
those status emails because I have a file with her right now, so I love it because everyone has their own section. Now, I read my little lender section.
Right, then you just have to go to your section.
That's it. Just
But
go to
then
your
I don't know
part.
if the other people read in their section. But I know me,
That you're taking care.
I'm
You're
taking
checking your
care of
boxes.
my-
And
my
again, I'm not
boxes.
talking about you guys particularly because I work with you guys a lot and I know you guys communicate
and
with
we-
the realtors.
yeah. But in
But you don't know
general-
how many times you're like, oh, realtor. Yes, but you don't know how many times realtors are not even communicating with the lenders. I'll get the call and they'll be like, have you heard anything from the lender? And I'm like, have you?
Can I tell you? Can I tell you what
Is
happened
this a
to
trick
me?
question?
Hold on, let me bring my crystal ball out.
Let me see what it says. Oh yes, it's closing.
Man, I need to get one of those magic 8 balls.
But it happened to me at a closing. Clear to close on a Friday.
Worst day to close.
Worst
Oh my
day to
gosh.
I
close.
stopped
Yes.
doing that. I used to do that.
Instructions.
Oh,
It needed
God.
to close because it extended. So
Right.
finally closing on a Friday. Instructions went out. Figures are approved. I get a call from the realtor. Where's that credit?
Oh, Lord.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my God.
What credit? Oh, we did an addendum 2 weeks after the contract was signed for seller credit for this and this
Oh
and
my
this and that.
God.
Why didn't you send it to me?
Because you're supposed to know it exists.
Again, my
You
crystal,
need to have
my
your crystal
crystal ball did
ball.
not work on that day.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate here
So-
because some realtors do provide the addendum, and
No,
the
but they
lender
don't.
or the title company
So yeah.
forgets to put the credit. Not you guys, but you know what
No,
I mean.
no, I know,
Yeah.
and I get it. It does happen because everybody's human. But I always tell the realtors when you send out an addendum, especially if it has to do with credits and stuff like that, you have to send it not only to title but to lender also.
yeah.
Yeah, everybody
And-
needs to get
And
that.
right before closing, honestly, I'll suggest this because things happen. We're all human. Right before closing, and before you get the clear to close, reiterate. By the way, remember there's a credit. You get the CD, you get the copy of the preliminary closing disclosure.
Yeah.
You should
and
be
there's
able to see it there.
And they check the CD and the auto. The only problem is, like I tell them, they check it, but you know how it is. If you have a credit, it has to go to underwriting to get approved. It's not just like, oh, let's just,
Exactly.
sorry,
And
let's
they
just
don't
put the
understand
credit.
that, and they don't understand that.
So
Sometimes
delays the
title
closing.
companies don't understand because if I'm sending you figures and you have an addendum in your hand, as a title company, hey, you're missing this credit.
Yeah, disclose
Here's
it.
the addendum that I received. Not sure if you received it. In this case, no one sent it to us.
Yeah.
Until at the last minute that they crying for a credit that I had no idea existed.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That happened to
And
us.
now you got to wait till Monday to get it reviewed again,
Right.
hoping that they can do it right away and that the rate hasn't expired. And
Exactly.
most of the time they can't do it right away, so you got to wait till Tuesday actually to close. Don't
Yeah,
do
it could
closings on
snowball into a mess.
Yeah,
obviously,
something so small
That's
just-
why the communication part
Yeah.
is very, very important. I had one just this weekend. They closed yesterday. The lender, realtor, whatever, was like, "Oh, where's the credit?"
That happens so much.
We're like, "What credit?" Oh, the realtor is giving the buyer a credit. And I guess it was with like a Penny Mac, one of those people that work in the portal.
yeah.
Oh, we stuck it in the portal, and we're like, okay, but we don't have anything.
access.
And then on top of that, it was like, oh, did you get the gift money? We're like,
Oh no!
what gift money? Oh, there's a donor. They're sending a gift. I'm like, okay, from who?
Yeah, the communication is so important.
And then it was not
Gosh.
only the credit, it was a gift. I mean, we got it done, obviously, but it was like,
The biggest problem is communication in our industry.
Yeah,
There's so
it
many.
is.
There's so many parts to it. I would say in communication also with regards to title. again, not that this is you guys. I just want to reiterate, because there are certain title companies that will pull the abstract and will not communicate that there's issues with the permit and will not be on top of the listing agent about having those things taken care of.
Yeah, that happens
And
a lot.
and the negotiations between the buyer side and the selling side on what's going to happen with that specifically, because oftentimes there's no verbiage on the contract on what's going to happen with open permits, violations, or anything like that, because the realtors are not doing a good job, which takes me to the next point. The only one that's tied to the contract is really the realtor, not the title company so much.
Right, the one who's doing all the paperwork.
And not the lending
lender.
company. Is the realtor doing the paperwork. And if the realtor's not on top of every single deadline and every little thing that's happening, you will get sued for negligence.
Well, I have two files right now that both of them are losing their deposits. And one is a $50,000 deposit and the other one's a $20,000 deposit.
Wow.
And
That hurts.
And it's, but
That
you know
hurts.
whose
That
fault it
stings.
is? The
realtor.
realtors.
Yeah.
It's always the realtor.
Because they don't, and then the worst part about it is that they're like, they think that they're right, and they're like, do something.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and then I'm getting the attorney involved, and the attorney is like, you could just imagine, like,
Exactly.
what are they smoking? They didn't do this, they didn't do that, they didn't cover this, they didn't cover that. Like, it's bad. And I'm trying to tell the realtor, hey, I'm on your side, but you're wrong.
Yeah. If you're wrong, you got to release the funds, and
it literally
unfortunately,
goes,
it's
and
going
you
to
know,
affect them.
it all goes by contract date, and literally, I did a cancellation, but then you negotiated an extension, and then the extension, the
timing changes.
right? The denial letter came after the contract was expired.
Because
I
the
guess that
thing
was
is, a lot of realtors do not, and it happens because I've seen it. They don't keep track of all the due dates because you don't only have the closing date. You have the commitment date. You have the appraisal. You have the inspection. All these are important dates on the contract. If you do not extend the proper date, then your buyer's deposit is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Because if you don't extend, let's say that I call you as a lender, listen, that loan commitment is going to take a little longer because something came up.
Then
Make
you need to
sure you
negotiate.
extend that loan commitment date.
Yeah, they just extend the closing date.
Because they think
Yeah.
that's
That
going to
doesn't
solve
do anything.
everything.
No,
It doesn't do anything.
And if you cannot extend the closing, the commitment date, then you have to submit a cancellation and proof that the lender cannot do the loan.
Exactly.
right. And
That's the only way to protect that buyer, because otherwise you're stuck with the entire situation. Like you think that just because you extend it is going to keep you safe.
or here's one for you, lenders.
Tell me, title.
Like, if you're gonna deny, okay, because this is what happened with this one. The problem wasn't really the buyer; it was the actual property that they couldn't get the insurance for. The buyer was qualified, but the denial letter said insufficient income. This that, instead of saying due to property conditions.
Yeah.
Because then it's not my buyer, it's your property.
Yep.
Because I can get a
If it's-
loan.
if
I
it's-
just can't get a loan
yeah.
on your property because
Exactly.
you can't.
If
do
it's a
this and this.
property issue, then yes, the buyer has more flexibility, but obviously the lender has to.
Right, but they need to.
express
I
that
feel like
in
the
denial.
lenders. I don't know if it's just like cookie cutter. I'm gonna pick this one and give a denial. You know what I mean? And that sounds good.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
You know, I don't know. I don't know how that works.
I'm denying you because this.
I don't know how that works on your side. Like I don't know because I know now there's like.
I've only seen the denial letter be it'll say the loan number and it'll just say.
But sometimes it's vague.
Yeah,
like,
it's very
super
vague.
vague.
Yeah.
But that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because especially if you're trying to get out of a contract, that your
I mean, I think
deadlines.
an email from the lender should at least suffice as communication. Like, hey, this is the reason why. Essentially, it boils down to the buyer unable to get the loan. Like the loan is just not going to happen, even though it's property related.
Right, so they're duking it out now for $50,000.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's
That's a
property
lot.
related. Yeah.
It's 50 G's.
But it's property related. But then the thing is, a listing agent wrote an email, okay, because this and the loan period, and it's
Yes,
true.
because then they
And
start
it's-
looking
it
at
is
other
true,
details.
No, and it's true. Like they're at when the denial letter was like the 21st, and the contract expired, I think like the 18th.
Oh yeah, then no. Yeah, if the commitment period is for that approval, the clear to close, and the denial.
No, and this would happen. They extended the closing and the approval period. The seller signed it, but then signed it back with it crossed out and initialed. crossing out the approval period, but the buyer never initialed
So
it.
it's never executed.
So it was
Buyer
never
never acknowledged it,
executed.
yes.
So it's never executed. But she's like, oh, no, they executed. And I'm like, no, it's not executed.
No, it's
They countered and you didn't accept because it's...
One thing I've noticed, and I'll say that I've done it too, because if it benefits my customer, then I'll do it. If the other side is not attentive to their needs, to the stuff that needs to happen, I am not going to come out of nowhere and be like, by the way, here's the form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you
Right,
never
you're
send
gonna
me the
use it as
executed
a
form.
loophole.
I'm gonna be like, no, this one goes in my pocket for later.
Yeah,
Try
just
to
in
get
case,
out.
just in
Yeah.
case I need
Try
it.
to get out.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of realtors that know,
The seasoned ones
yeah,
know.
They know.
will do that. We'll,
Yeah.
And I always tell them that because even as far as an escrow letter, you know what I mean? No, he said
Yeah, it's supposed to be
They
in
said
a
it's
certain
okay.
time frame.
Yeah, it's okay. They said it was okay if I did it on the 4th day instead of the 3rd day. I'll get an extension anyway.
Exactly.
Because right now, what counts is what you can prove in black
Yep.
and white. And
Exactly.
Well, there's the deposit. A lot of people oftentimes don't put in the deposit on time, and they think that just because they put on deposit 3 days later that there's
Oh, the
or after the
deposit's
3
there.
days that they're fine. Of course, the other side is not going to say. I wouldn't say anything.
You're
I'll
gonna
let it
move
be.
on.
I'm going to move on, and we're going to get through the process. The moment you screw up,
I'm
you put
bringing
in the
that up.
deposit at the wrong time, meaning
defaulted.
you breached the contract.
Yeah. It's still wild to me that there's so many real estate agents in this industry that still don't understand or even know the
How
contract.
important the deadlines are. Yeah.
Like they just don't,
Yeah.
they don't even bother reading it. It's
Yeah.
like, let me just get an offer. Let me go on .loop for simplicity. Let me just fill in the blanks, send it to my client and call it a day. It's
It
like,
is- it is
so
Well-
much more than
well,
that.
I just want to
is.
tell you that some of them cannot read the contract.
Yep. It is. I will say.
okay, well then.
Because they don't speak the
That answers
language.
That's all I gotta
Yeah.
say about that. Read the contract, guys. Learn it.
Or use your broker or something. You know, honestly, use ChatGPT. now.
ChatGPT, man.
You know?
ChatGPT is amazing.
You
I love
submit the
ChatGPT.
document and you ask,
Yes.
please tell me what the deadlines are, and you put them on your calendar with a reminder of 1 to 2 days before, and you should be okay and on top of your game. You
Okay,
just
but
have to
be
be careful because
careful.
you have to make sure that the dates are right.
Be careful with that because I did that critical date shit
Please, Jen,
and it
explain.
gave me the wrong dates and it was a wrong file to give wrong dates to. You know, I was like,
Double check the dates.
double check that because you have to be like super specific.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Because
you do.
and if you're gonna spit out dates, check it. Don't do
Yes.
what I did. Fucking check it. Let it ride.
I trust ChatGPT.
ChatGPT's got my back. Just send.
Listen,
let it ride.
ChatGPT is out of control. ChatGPT
ChatGPT.
will screw up some information for you, and in addition to that, will store everything you provided to. You know that I read.
Really?
This is a completely side topic, but
Side
because
note.
we're on this right now, I had read something about how people are talking to ChatGPT about criminal acts.
Stop.
Wow.
No
Getting
way.
advice and stuff like that.
Stop.
And
You're
because it's
kidding.
in written form and it's specific to them and their IP or whatever, it can be used against them as evidence.
What?
Wow.
But anyway, that's like another
Let me
story.
tell you, that's some new school
That's some
criminal
crazy
shit.
stuff.
Because
Oh, yeah?
that old school people that did it, that would never
They
fly.
will never.
There would
that
never,
ChatGPT
there would
does.
never be
I know.
evidence.
That's just disturbing.
Oh my gosh. And you know, it could be so simple as like even like fraud in paper. You know what I mean? You just don't know. Don't give your information to
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
just-
Oh my
But
gosh.
anyway,
Careful what you put. There are eyes and ears everywhere.
Everyone is listening.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
reading.
Alexa's listening for sure.
Now, I don't know if everyone's reading, but
That's
maybe
true.
listening.
That's
Listen,
Listening for sure.
Okay, side note, I hate that bitch. I have to disconnect her. I disconnect her all over my
Why?
house and even disconnected.
Oh,
I don't even
Alexa?
want her in my house. And
Why?
and Marcel loves that Alexis shit.
Alexa.
Whatever.
Listen.
Why? What did she do to you?
She's
I love
nosy as
it.
hell. Okay. You know that people can tap in there? Like if you have access to the Alexis, like I can have a conversation. Like I go outside to talk on the phone.
Are you serious?
Depending what I'm talking about, hell yeah.
I love
Alexa's in
my
the
mom's
house,
Alexa.
Between
guys. I gotta step
Alexa
out.
and the Ring and no.
I love my mom's Alexa. I always add things to her shopping list.
Well, you know you could
Oh
tap
my
it. You know that
gosh.
you could hear her. You know that you could hear a conversation if you have access to her. You can go in there and hear conversations.
I don't want to
I've
hear
done
her
that.
conversations.
I've done that because before I used to have my Alexa in the office and I used to have a team. And every once in a while, I would tap in to make sure that they were in there working and to see what they were doing.
My mom's Alexa is definitely one I do not want to tap into. I'll add to her shopping list. Love you, Mom. I'll add to her list all day. And I'll add some interesting items.
But you
I'm
will
sure
not
it's
tap
wine
into
is
it.
one of them.
Oh my God. Google just starts out of nowhere. If she just starts talking out of nowhere, that
I don't
shit
trust
freaks me
those
out.
technology stuff. I don't.
I
I
don't
mean,
have
don't get me
Alexa.
wrong.
I
I'm
never
not
trusted
hiding
it.
anything or doing anything wrong. But still, I don't want people knowing certain things, my business. Plus, I talk a lot of shit on the phone with my friends. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
That's almost like ChatGPT just pulling your
imagine
information.
the conversations.
You know the stuff that comes out of my mouth
Yes,
sometimes.
I do.
It's dangerous.
No, it's crazy.
be
I mean,
wild.
all right. So trying to get back into this thing. What else you guys got against us?
Oh.
Do you have something against them?
I do.
I have one more thing against you.
I have a few.
I do.
Go for it.
I do.
Go for it, Lissette. Your turn.
So one of my biggest things is I request title. When the title request comes in, all the information is in there. Borrower's name, phone number, email address, everything you guys need. Why don't you reach out to my borrower? Why do you call me? Hey, I don't have the info sheet. Hey,
No
I don't
way.
have this. Hey, I did my job. Why don't you do your job?
They should be
Call
going
the
to.
borrower.
To the
They
agent,
should be
not
going to the
the
agent.
The buyer's agent.
And if
Or-
the agent doesn't want to deal with it, they need just to
Call
give
the
us
borrower, introduce
Yeah.
yourself as a title company. How many clients have I had that, hey, who's
Yeah.
my title company?
Well, let me tell you something, because here's a problem, though.
That to me is a big issue.
Yes, but
Yeah.
it's an issue on the title company, and it's also an issue on the real estate company, because I personally, I always ask for the buyer's information so we could send them escrow instructions directly, and that way we have the information. Because it's so much easier to deal directly with the buyer and the seller, especially the seller, because we have to.
Yes.
The title company's job is all on the seller side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be like, info sheet, and if we don't have their information, but then I'm just like, okay, ask them for the information.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately,
Yes.
the title
You know?
company should be reaching out to the buyer anyways and
definitely the
providing
seller.
wiring instructions, not giving it to
Of
the agent and then
course.
letting the agent, like, you got to go straight to the source. I mean,
I
that's what
like
we're
to give
talking about
escrow
here.
instructions myself. So I always like, even before we open the file, I'm already giving out escrow instructions, and I'm always asking, and I even tell them in a private email, send me your buyer and seller's information so we could deal directly with them. And if they do have an attorney on the other side, it's fine. Then give me the attorney's information. I'll deal with the attorney.
Yeah.
But give me something, because the thing is, I have one now that the one I was talking to before we came in here. We've been chasing that info sheet for like a month.
Oh my gosh.
And it's like a complicated file, and they won't even give me. I'm like, okay, but give me the seller's number. I'll go get it. Now, the old lady, they got to go to her house to fill it out.
Oh,
and-
those are the hardest ones.
so I
too.
get it,
And I do
but
feel bad for them.
we're
They
like a
haven't
month
signed out.
in, and I have the lender on my ass, and I'm like, I can't clear title. I don't have any information.
Listen, at the end of the day, the realtor somehow, one way or another, got a hold of the seller and was able to get a freaking listing agreement.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So if you want this to close and get your money back on what you spent on marketing, if you did, then yeah, because whatever, that's another story.
Yeah, that's another podcast.
That's another topic for another day.
We're just gonna do a 1 day against realtor situation. Then how hard is it to just go back to the seller and just freaking do the job? Sometimes you gotta just do it yourself.
Well, it's a team. Like I say, it's a team effort. You know what I
It
mean?
really is a team effort,
Like,
but everybody
you
has
have to be
be on
work
the same
together.
team.
The problem is that and I know sometimes. I know for a fact that realtors are not communicating with lenders. I know that for a fact because I
really?
get the call.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird.
And I get the call. Have you heard from the lender? Like, what's going on? Do you have the clear to close? And I'm thinking to myself, how do you not know this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm dealing with the seller clearing title, and I have, and we'll put on there lender request received. So obviously, we already got lender title request.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm waiting for the clear to close, but title's not going to be on top of lender. Hey, did you clear conditions? Hey, what conditions are pending?
No,
Do you
'cause they
need
have
any
the
help
other
getting
thing-
an
Yeah.
explanation
The
letter?
realtor
Yeah.
is the ring leader. Like it really, that's the only way I can put it.
Yeah.
They have to be on top of everything. But you know what they do?
They hand it off.
They go
just
show
hand it off.
properties. They go under contract. They send the contract out to the lender and the title company because that's the first step. And then they do an inspection, and then that's it. And then they wait for closing.
And they're like, peace
And they
out.
forget about
Yeah.
it.
And they're like, when are we closing?
Until it's time to close.
Yeah.
Oh, where's
or
my
they
commission?
hire a transaction coordinator and hope that the transaction coordinator is actually doing their
I
job.
was gonna say, I mean, if you're that, look, but here, don't wait. I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I'm gonna
Say it.
defend some realtors here.
Say it, May.
Because
Say
I
it.
have some of my realtors, I'm not going to lie, I have amazing clients. Thank you guys. Love you guys. You're amazing. You know who you are. You definitely know who you are. But I always tell people, I go there, the realtors sometimes, there are some, believe it or not, that are very busy.
Yeah.
And they do have TCs, and the TCs have to kind of like be on top of stuff. Now, do TCs drop the ball sometimes? Absolutely.
Nobody's
But they're
perfect.
human. Nobody's perfect. But there are realtors that they're closing 3 and 4 deals a month, 5 deals a month. And they're already, I have one realtor that he's already knows what he's closing this month, and he's already stacking chips for next month and the following month. And he's out there, you know what I mean? And I mean, he's out there day, night, door knocking this. I mean, he's hustling.
It's what
so
it's
I could
required.
understand that some realtors, I'm like, okay, I did. And he does the inspection. He fights for his stuff.
Yeah, but he makes
is
sure
on-
that that
He is on
it's-
top of his
somebody's
stuff.
on top
But he's
of it.
delegating.
An assistant or a
Right.
transaction
And he, it's
coordinator.
not like he's MIA completely. You know what I mean? He he knows what's going on. He's always communicating with the other side. But yes, I get it. If you're that busy and you're closing more than one a month, and I'm being like, whatever, nice. Maybe if you're closing 3, I can understand you having a TC. But, you know, I get it. But if you have that one deal, and I get it that you have to go out looking for more business. But, dude, it's not that hard to follow up on a file, at least
I
once
would
a
say-
week.
I would say if you just started in the business, or even if you're not going to be on top of the freaking paperwork or the deadlines or whatever, just hire a TC.
Hire a TC.
Yeah.
It's a whatever $400 worth,
Transaction.
process for
And
the
make your life
decide if
easier.
you're going to take this business seriously. Like, there's a
Yeah.
lot of agents that do this part-time.
And honestly, if you're
Honestly, agents are just given. It's like Tic Tacs. Like here, you get a real estate license, and you get a
There you
real
go.
estate
it's
license.
like, oh, bro, you get a
No.
license, you
And
get
you
a
get a
license, you get a, everybody gets a license.
But in all honesty, I think that's what
true.
really makes the difference in a transaction is if you're dealing with an agent that really truthfully takes this business seriously, as opposed to someone that's not taking this business seriously.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
That's just kind of saying, oh, I got a deal, I got a client, I'm just going to send this in. Those are the ones that usually kind of disappear because they're not taking it as a career. They're not taking it as a
Those
business.
are the ones that make the industry appear like it's easy, and then everybody else wants to go, oh, they made whatever $15,000 on this one transaction. That's so easy. I want to be a realtor.
I'm just going to say this. You can totally cut this out later, but
We're not cutting anything out.
hashtag OnlyFans agents. That's all I got to say.
Yes, I love it. Okay, yeah,
it.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, there's a lot of those.
the mic.
Yep,
Those are the hard ones to deal with.
because they're working other things.
They're MIA.
God, there's so
Completely.
many.
And there's so many.
There's a lot of them.
But hey, everybody has to start somewhere.
Do you think? Wait. Do you think they use that for marketing?
I hope to God
Do you think so? Do you think maybe
you
they're like
imagine?
OnlyFans in a house? Just
Please,
like,
I
hey.
hope. Oh my gosh! You know what? I'm not
These
even.
feet-
I say no more.
Or how about the
I
feet?
say no more.
Or how about the feet? These feet could be walking in a brand new floor. Sponsored by you.
Seriously.
Oh my God! I say no more. I say no more because I will go down that rabbit hole. I'm out.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
Or the feet ones,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If you think about the feet one once, because I
I've
have pretty
thought
feet,
about it.
and then I'm like,
Dude, seriously, you thought
that's
about
a lot
that?
of work.
Just because
Come
it's
on.
stupid. It's like,
Oh gosh.
who wouldn't even know those are my feet? Like nobody.
But let me
sees
tell
my
you
feet.
something.
But I never
you
even intended. I never even pursued it.
I
It was
know
like a
whose
thought. It
feet
was
those
like,
are.
Okay, not to, listen. Don't be knocking the OnlyFans models or workers or whatever you want to call them, because that's even hard work. You gotta be filming content. That's a pain in the ass too.
If it works for you, it works for you.
Listen, anything that makes money takes work.
Yeah.
Even OnlyFans.
yeah.
Anything,
Even
absolutely.
You just gotta decide what you're putting work in.
Yeah,
I
you
agree.
gotta maintain the body. You gotta get clothes. You gotta find somewhere else to do the filming. Who
You know,
knows?
there's OnlyFans models that make more money than the actual CEO of OnlyFans.
I
That's
believe
wild.
it.
Yeah. Well, because
That's
imagine
wild.
people are signing up to their things. The
Yeah. It's
CEO only has
private.
to handle the one business.
But
Yeah.
then they're dedicating themselves just to that. They're putting a lot of work into it.
It's
They're
called
doing
being
all
a
these things.
professional, as
Exactly.
realtors should be doing.
It's a professional OnlyFans. I can't.
If you're gonna do it right, people.
Don't do it half-ass.
Don't half-ass shit.
Listen, the feet ones, these girls actually get their nails, they get extensions on their toes.
Yes, and
Gosh,
gel.
how
That's great.
uncomfortable can that
Terrible.
possibly be?
Ew.
Like, what
How do you walk?
How do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was-
How do you
Okay.
walk?
Claws.
oh my gosh! Imagine. Wait. I just got a thought. ASMR. You know what ASMR is, right?
You don't know what just went through my head.
Wait. ASMR. Long nails. You know that girl that goes to the really fancy cars and goes.
Oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're
Imagine
talking
with the
about.
toes.
Oh my I can't. That's
Listen, I'd be like, get your grimy feet off my rolls.
I just.
that is so disturbing.
I swear to God, I feel that.
Oh gosh,
I
look
feel
at this
it.
world coming
I
into.
feel
I
humans.
can't. That's it.
I feel humans, instead
I'm
of
out.
evolving, we're going backwards.
We're going
Pretty soon, they're
backwards.
going to be walking on all four. We're already talking with
I
cartoons,
mean, with those
with
nails at this
emojis. Back in
point.
the day,
We're
the
already
cavemen
talking with cartoons
used
and
to write on the
emojis.
walls. Remember, they used to write the things on the walls?
graffiti.
A little,
Yeah.
you know, now
Yeah.
we're doing the same, except little emojis.
Now we have to write emails with emojis so people actually read them.
Oh my! Have you guys had a
That's so
situation
wild.
where you're texting and you abbreviate?
And the emoji comes out?
No, just you
That
abbreviate.
happens to
Like
me
you
all
are
the
no
time.
longer, or the emails. You're no longer using full words. You're using
Oh,
you
the shorter
are for
words.
your.
Right, of
Yeah.
You know
course.
what I mean, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I'm like, this is crazy. We received because we're interviewing
will never
people.
do that
We've
in an
received
email.
responses like that. And now you have what's that thing called with Google Genesis or
Oh, I don't know.
Gemini.
Gemini.
There's so many resources available
That'll write
to
the
make
email
you
for
dumb as
you.
hell, but still sound super smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, use it, people.
Or writing.
Lewis is like, don't judge me.
do it. I do it.
No, but like I said, if you're gonna do something, do it right.
Do it
You know what I
right.
mean? Like,
Commit
that's
to it.
one thing. I don't know. I was really into grammar when I was like in honors English, and I was really like grammar. Like I write emails like how they're supposed to write, like, you know, a
The proper
greeting,
punctuations.
You know, I put a subject on the subject line. You know, I try to be a little bit detailed. I use punctuation.
And your
Colons.
periods.
You know, I get emails with no address, contract. I'm like, okay.
No,
Thank
good
you.
morning.
It's
Hello,
the crystal
how are
ball,
you?
Jen. It's the crystal ball. We've
No
got it right here.
information, no other agent
Nothing.
info. That I gotta Google the person, like, you know. But
Is that another realtor?
yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is.
Let me tell you, I've had to fire realtors. If you could believe that one.
Yeah.
What do you mean you have to
I've
fire
had to fire realtors. I'd be like, listen, we need a break. I swear to God. I swear to
Contact
God.
this person, get some
No,
additional
okay.
coaching, and then call me right back.
I had one.
when you do better, then you can come back to me.
Okay, so I had
Shameless
one.
plug. David Kurz.
I had one,
There you
true
go.
story. I fired her. I remember exactly where I was going. Because we're friends too. Which, whatever, where I was going to the Hard Rock for one of those realtor things. And I remember in the car going, listen, I think we need to take a break. You need to go work with another title company.
An agent
Just go out there, see what's out there, and then later back, you know, we'll see. I swear to God. Like,
It's not you, it's me.
yeah. No, it was definitely her. Definitely, it was her. She would stress me out so much. Well, after that, after I fired her, my life changed. Then, like 2 years later, she came back.
Oh my gosh.
I
Was she
swear
ready? Was she
to
better?
Did she
I
explore?
fired her
Did she
again.
explore?
What?
2 deals in, I go, I'm
no.
sorry. We
She done
cannot
learned her
work
lesson.
together. I go, we can't work together because we just can't.
What is it she's doing?
Sometimes you just
How
need
is
to
she so
know.
bad to you?
No, and guess what? Hold on. When she came back as a lender.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Oh, she thought she was going to do better.
Listen.
Listen, she followed your advice. She went and she explored.
No, she was doing real estate and she was a lender.
Oh,
Worst lender ever.
Double teaming this.
I remember when we were doing the CD or the altar, whatever, she's like, oh, you have it wrong. She's telling me that we have the CD and the closing statement wrong. I'm
That's
like,
such a pet peeve.
I'm like, because
Oh, that's such a pet peeve.
because the gift wasn't like on the bottom. You know how it says cash to close?
Yes. Yes.
That the gift had to be there.
Oh,
no.
really?
So that means even as a realtor, she didn't even know what she was reading.
And then she wanted to go into lending, which
and
is
let me
even
tell-
more difficult.
Exactly.
You
And
gotta
let me
give it
tell
to
you,
her.
she would
explored.
close a lot of deals.
She
I
tried.
would close.
tried.
Listen, I mean, this was back in 2020. Where she
Okay.
was closing easily 5, 6 a month.
No way.
Was she at OnlyFans?
No. She was not
Is
actually.
this where we're getting business?
No, actually, she was not.
I'm asking for a friend.
But she was.
Does it really work?
She was a little hustler. She,
How did it work? How
She
does it
still,
work?
she still
I mean, like,
does
how
well.
did you not do good?
She still does well. She's a little hustler. She does well. She still does well.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Some people, like, I call it la estrellita.
What does that mean?
what
Explain.
do
That
you
means
mean
you're born with a little star. That means, you know, you
Like,
have
it
that
just
luck.
works.
It just
Okay.
happens.
Yeah.
There's
so you
people
just,
like
you just
that.
have that luck with
They're
you.
magnets.
Got
And
it.
she, I mean, lost in the sauce. But she's closing.
As a realtor and as a lender.
And
And
as
as
a
a
lender.
lender.
Look at that.
Double whammy.
What am I doing wrong?
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
I don't know.
I don't get it.
She's just attracting people. She doesn't care about the contract. She'll deal with that shit later. It's like
I
ask
mean,
for
I don't know if
forgiveness
she's doing-
later.
Would it say- I think
just
she's
do it
doing-
now. Ask for forgiveness
I
later.
think she's doing more loans now. I don't, like, again, I don't know how.
Somebody else is doing it for her.
Obviously, somebody must be supervising her. I don't know. I don't work with her
She's
anymore.
attracting the business.
Because you
wouldn't doubt
fired her
that.
twice.
I fired her twice.
Got it.
That's why you never go back with the ex.
It's true. It's
no
true.
matter under what circumstances.
If they're an ex for a reason.
Man, you know, I will say if we have to relate real estate to a relationship type of industry, I would say super toxic.
super toxic.
Super toxic.
toxic.
I will stick around with some dumb
Yes.
realtor. Like I usually
Yeah.
don't fire them. I'm that person. I'm optimistic, kind of hopeful.
I remember
that it's
I-
gonna work.
Maybe
I had
they'll
to-
learn.
I had
Maybe they'll
this-
get it.
I had this one
They'll buy me a
listing
gift at some point. You know, make me feel better.
Maybe they'll listen to me.
Nah,
one
you're
day.
never gonna get the gift.
But then they
I
never
know.
listen to you.
Then they never listen.
counting every
Never
penny.
listen.
That is the biggest pet peeve, though.
I'm not
like,
gonna
when they
lie.
come
I've
to
gotten
you.
gifts. I've gotten gifts.
How do you know that? You don't know that. I know better than you. I've been in this business for 30 years.
Oh, I hate that speech.
Oh my god.
That speech for me drives me.
Same here.
No, I had one recently. I'm never gonna forget this guy. He's gonna go down in the book for sure.
Can we name names?
That he
Hold
was
on.
like
Let's write this
that he
down.
was like the email. First of all, he was saying it was supposed to be an easy deal. Of course, a 60 grand deal. Mierda. It gives you the worst headaches. The people were like in France, and the seller was in France, and we had to
was
we
land?
sent her. It was a land deal.
Gosh.
Like super, you would think easy peasy.
it was
you
a
know?
vacant lot.
Yeah.
A vacant lot. So I had to send the paperwork to France. We emailed her. She had to go to the embassy. We sent her the FedEx slip. She decides to not send the FedEx because apparently FedEx has bad reviews in France or
Oh
something.
my god.
So she sent it through, I don't know what carrier. Make a long story short, we never got it. The listing agent
gosh.
writes me an email that he closes 100 files a month or something like that. Something exaggerated.
Yes.
100 files a month.
Yeah.
And he's
His
working a
head.
$60,000 land
that he
deal.
closed 100 files. I think he closed 100 files.
No
I
comment.
closed 100, 200 files a year. And I started calculating, and I was like, man, that's a lot of months. Like, you must be going crazy. Oh, no assistant, no TC, all by himself.
That's BS.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That's BS.
Yes.
And that it was our fault because she didn't follow directions. And then the buyer wanted to cancel because they got tired of waiting because it never got there. We waited literally like almost a month, and it never got. And,
my
and the buyer was like,
gosh.
I'm out. And the guy got super mad and this and that.
Did you stay working with him?
No, I gave him a cape and I told him to go fly. Since he was super mad.
First fucking time I've ever heard that shit before. I gave him a cape. And I pictured him flying.
And I was like, vaya con Dios. I hope I never see you again.
On that note, guys, this is the end of our show. We want to thank you guys for tuning in and listening. Again, remember to subscribe.
And like,
Yeah, and share. And also follow each and every one of us here. Again, Lissette Sehuoerer. Meyling, what's your last name again?
Montelongo-Navarte. I
There we
promise it's
go.
not that
And
long.
then, you know the gents.
we'll tag them.
Jenn Kurz. We'll tag them on the post. Thank you guys again. It is always a pleasure. And thank you
Thank you,
also.
ladies. It was
Thank you for
fun.
having
Thank you
us.
for
It was
having
fun.
us. It was definitely
fun.
a lot of fun.
Awesome. They were nervous at first, but we got them.
Yes. It was
them
amazing.
again.
I
Thank
had a
you.
great time.
Thank you again, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.